You know what time it is. 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 Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. Talking to you guys about a special edition. We're talking about dark arts, but this time we've called it You Died That Day. Yes, this is every man's villain story and the beginning. You know, a great villain needs a great story to begin with. A great villain needs adversity, he needs strife, he needs something horrific to happen to make him the villain that he is. And so today we're talking about the dark arts and how villains are created, especially amongst men. And today I decided to choose a particular somebody, myself, to give you the villain arc. I want you to pay attention because this is how villains are made. This is how dark arts is often born. So, before we go anywhere, make sure you like, you share, you subscribe, you click on that bell button for notification of the what? Uploads. For those of you who are returning, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Yeah. Listen, don't forget as well. Listen, guys, stay hydrated, all right? Grab your bottle down below. Grab your hoodies, mineral gang as well. Listen, be involved with the team. Okay, cool. So, like I said, I wanted to bring something special to you. So I'm going to play a little clip for you guys. Before I do, let's explain as we do what dark arts is. Dark arts is tactics used in dating to get what you want via the usage of manipulation. It is not a positive, it's a negative, okay? People use dark arts of manipulation within their relationships, within dating, to get what they want, the desired outcome and the desired result they feel they deserve. Okay, cool. So I'm going to play a little clip for you guys and enjoy the first 2 minutes and we'll talk about it, how the villain got created. We finished talking. She's gone to whatever. I just got up from the computer desk and I started walking to my room. I said, what the heck is happening?
Hold on a minute.
Hold on a minute.
Hold on.
Did this girl say she likes somebody else? Bro, let me tell you something.
Said thank you to her.
I said thank you.
Oh man!
Thanks for telling me.
Thank you.
We appreciate the honesty. You know what I mean? Because I've not deeped it, and then when I get to my room, I'm deep in it. And at this moment, I'm deep in it fully. Like what she said, and let me tell you something. That changed me completely because I saw the world naively. I saw everyone as just nice, and people who do nasty stuff, they don't happen, they're outside. They don't do those things. Who I met was a lovely girl. She's not like that, blah, 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 right? Then when that hit, a piece of me died that day that's never come back. I promise you. The innocence that I had died. And from that moment, a different guy was born. Because from that, I became a man, but I also became dark. Because now it's like, no one's playing me again.
That's what I'm saying, man.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
It was painful, bro. So you just watched a video we did the other day called Heartbreak from a Man's Perspective, and we spoke a little bit about our first heartbreaks, and this is where we determined where things went wrong for a lot of us men. And I explained how in my story that one of my first heartbreaks with a girl, that broke something within me. And why am I talking about this? Because there are a lot of men out there who have become villains. I want to put this disclaimer: women, just because he's become the Joker does not mean you become his Harley Quinn. Let me say it again for you again. Just because he's become the Joker, it does not mean you become his Harley Quinn. What do I mean by this? When I'm in that dark state, it is not for you to understand that I'm in a dark state to try to save me. No. Let me save myself. Don't get involved with me because you will be hurt. A lot of women have lied to themselves, have decided to buy into the lie of the male where he is broken and he's hurt. And, he feels some type of way, in life at this moment towards women. And you think because you understood him, it means you can now have him. No. Okay, do not become the Harley Quinn for the Joker. We see how even the Joker treats Harley Quinn. It don't get no love. It don't get better, baby. Okay, all right. The truth of the matter is, most men who've been through a heartbreak, okay, turn into villains at some point in time and then become the hero later on. Okay, but I want to talk about the reasons why they become the villain, why they become these dark arts, particular people. Okay, now you heard me speak about it. something within me snapped. It broke. What was that? That was the innocence of the falsities and the myths and the lies life, Disney, TV has taught me about love. The world teaches us love in this fanciful way. And if you're not trained differently, when you get into love, you have these false expectations. And when someone breaks your heart, you're unable to take it. Number two, oftentimes the reason why the heartbreak really turns men into villains is because oftentimes the love in the home isn't also correct. So the saving grace was meant to be this girl. Or that, and this women too, let me not just put it like this, women too also have their villain arcs. But the home was meant to be your first place of safety. It wasn't. Then the relationship became a place of safety, right? And it wasn't. And then suddenly you realized there's no safe place. And then everybody's got to die, right? When you realize the relationship couldn't do what you wanted it to do, which was to save you, to love you, to care for you, right? Because that breakup that happens, it is a death. When you have a breakup, it is grief. When you have a breakup, it's a funeral. When you have a breakup, that is part of you gone forever. Gone with the other person. All right? The heart is broken. But if it's already broken before it gets there, then the next kind of step is to become numb going forward. Now, many of you have probably experienced this. Going numb means nothing in the world now really matters. Anything that's to do with love, you kind of block it out. You tune out the sound. You tune out the energy. You don't want nothing to do with that thing. Because as far as you're concerned, all that love has ever brought you is destruction, is pain, betrayal, hurt. Right? And so the villain arc becomes easy because then you can live in your power. What am I talking about? Many people, if not all, who have been heartbroken have given their heart over to somebody. Well, it has to be all then. You have to be heartbroken. In order to have your heart broken, you have to give your heart over. There has to be a trust there, right? Many people get their heart broken by their parents, and then they go into a relationship, and that relationship breaks them further. But a lot of us also get broken first and foremost in a relationship. The first girlfriend or boyfriend you ever had becomes your first heartbreak. And what I mean by this, whenever you become vulnerable with someone and you care for them and you love for them, you give them your heart. Now, as you get older and more experienced in relationships, the way you give your heart is different. The maturity to handle a heartbreak is different, right? And so what you see is people give their hearts over to someone. Someone's holding their heart in their hands, and they can either crush it, drop it, punch it, elbow it, kick it. They can do all manner of things with it, or they can hold it, be trustworthy with it. You know, they can show love and affection, and even still, by mistake, drop the heart. And dropping the heart does not mean cheating or anything. It means simply being we've come to the end of the road, as Boys to Men say. Although we come to the end of the road. I just wanted to sing anyway. But you've come to the end of the road, okay? And this is it. And yet still, because obviously one person, oftentimes when a heartbreak, one person is ready to move on, the other person isn't. The person who isn't is often the one that gets their heart broken. Okay? And now you feel you're in a position where you've been robbed of power. Why? Because someone's taken your heart and dropped it. And with men, the way that we grow up in privilege. We grow up in a world where consequences are different. We grow up in a world where we're told we're different. Okay? So therefore, the way that we act without consequence is due to the fact that we know society doesn't hold us to account as it does women. Right? Boys will be boys. Right? Oh, you know that's what men do. That lack of accountability in the world that we live in creates an environment where we can get away with stuff. And so we will. Okay? We will hurt people. Right? But the opposite is said of our female counterparts, the way they're reared and grown up. Okay? So when you felt robbed and you felt hurt, you wanted to take your power back. Someone took your heart, you want to take their heart out. That's the villain story. The villain story is simply being someone took my heart, didn't take care of it the way I wanted them to take care of it, and now I'm going to take your heart because you're gonna have to feel what I feel. Who gonna check me, boo? Because there ain't no Batman of this love. All right? There ain't no Batman of this love. All right? And here's a final point I want to make for any man or woman out there, but mostly men, because you guys don't get told this often. Go sit on a bench. Go sit on a bench. Go sit on a bench and heal. You're out in the streets hurting other people because you don't want to heal. Because one, you don't want to acknowledge you're in pain. Two, you refuse to acknowledge that you're part to blame. When you have your heart broken, you are part of parcel of the situation. You have to acknowledge your part in this. Naivete is not an excuse. Whether you were or not is beside the point. Whether you were naive is beside the point. You were involved in the transaction. Okay? All right? So go sit on a bench, analyze what happened, and take time and heal. Understand how relationships work. Understand where you went wrong. Understand how to improve. That's what we need to be doing. Not getting back out on them streets and saying everybody's going to die because I died. Everyone's going to get hurt because I got hurt. That's what we don't want to see. All right? That's how villains are born. But don't stay a villain. Become a hero. You feel what I'm saying? Although I know villains are so much more funner to behave as, right? There are consequences to your actions. Don't wait till you're a dad and saying, I now know what men are like. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right? So, man, it's interesting. Listen, the dark arts are born when people get hurt, right? And they're born because people want to hurt other people because they've been hurt themselves. But most importantly, I need to understand, just because I'm playing the Joker does not mean you should become Harley Quinn. It won't end well, and this ain't a game. All right? We appreciate you guys. Stay locked and stay loaded. We appreciate you guys, baby.
Little black book. You know what time it is.